lie, been pondering a bit of what I wanted to do for this video today, and when it comes down to it, I think a whole ass, I wouldn't say rants, but discussion, I would say, is a bit more in order, considering the recent stuff that has happened. Now, obviously, I don't want to get into, the in-depth stuff when it comes down to it, but when it comes down to things of the DEI and ESG and things of the sort like that getting absolutely shitted on, your boy has to kind of speak on that. It has been a challenging 5+ years dealing with this nonsense in entertainment, and looking at it now, it seems like we are finally getting some type of victory over all this nonsense. It's crazy how it took a damn election just to get this shit to go, but we're here now, and whatever the hell's the case gonna happen in the future, if we get to see more of this shit get ran up out of here, I'm here for it. Granted, it does kind of suck for the people that legit did get hired into some of these positions in ways of they actually have the skills to do what they need to do and all that type of stuff when it comes down to it. But still, nonetheless, I'd rather have this whole thing not be here than actually be here. And you're probably wondering, well, it can't be that quick of a change, just one dude moving into some weird ass governmental power. Like, surely that one change didn't just do a whole bunch of shit. Well, it's starting to do some stuff, considering things are a bit changing, and even the whole chick Alyssa from Kotaku is no longer working at Kotaku. Her ass basically got fired or let go, or one of the damn two, and essentially we're starting to see some change. And it's not just Kotaku. I think Firefox also had like a DEI thing that they're trying to start to let go of and starting to quit with that shit. So that sounds good. Again, I can't believe it took all this shit just to finally get something going. And if this is the case for these areas, then that just gives me hope for a bit more of the gaming space. Now, granted, the unfortunate part is that, while yes, Alyssa and people like it are basically going to get shitted on when it comes down to it, it's still not necessarily kicking them out of the gaming space completely, because from what I've heard and seen from multiple different videos, she's at Montreal and kind of working on a whole another game with Sweet Baby Inc., which is some horse shit. So it's not necessarily completely clean, but kicking people out of power with these type of like DEI initiatives, I'm here for it. So that's a right step in the better direction, right? I'm like this at this point. If we could just get back to getting good ass stories in games and not necessarily super focused on identity and what we are and all that type of stuff when it comes down to how to create characters and things of sort like that, actually producing fine or even just decent looking women in games now, and not trying to uglify every single female character that exists out there, or bringing in some weird ass situations or problems within games that never really was in games in the first place and didn't need to exist, like pronouns and stuff or whatever. If we can just get rid of those shits and go back to the way it should be, I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. I hate that the damage is already done though. Like, if I'm being honest, the damage is essentially already done, because right now we have to basically try to figure out how to unbrainwash and undo the damage that has been done for the last 5+ years, which is annoying as hell, right? It's definitely annoying as hell, because this shit should not have been the case, right? There is no reason why something like a Stella Blade should be like a rarity of a game that come out and just, people actually appreciating that shit, right? Because nowadays we can't even have people enjoy games like that anymore, because it's too objectifying and things like that, when that never was a problem. And for a lot of instances, still it ain't a problem. It's only a problem when people don't like that certain part of fiction or things of sort like that. And it's always been annoying. It's like, I think Santa, there was like a Santa account just today basically was talking mad shit about people who likes lollies and whatever. I'm like, Bitch, you are gimmicking a Sansa account. First of all, you're a gimmick account. So, number one, that already tells us that there could be some shady shit behind that gimmick account, like plenty of other accounts already. So, that's number one. Number two, when it comes down to it, you're a fictional character or role-playing a fictional character. It doesn't necessarily matter what you got to say on the matter. And number three, I know damn well your bitch ass ain't talking when it comes down to it. Don't get me wrong, I like Sansa, not this effing Sansa, but if we gotta be real though, ain't you the one that be watching people sleep? So what's the deal with that shit there, my boy? But when it comes down to it though, you get the point. It's just the fact that it's like, there is so much weird ass people now where everybody think they're better than everybody and smarter than everybody else and know shit better than everybody else when they really don't. When they need to just honestly sit down and listen for 5 seconds instead of trying to, you know, figure out what the problem is, or try to, you know, say it's this one thing or this other thing, or literally blame everything else. Literally take accountability for yourself if you effed up, or if your sense of thinking is not the best sense of thinking, and literally just chill for a minute and just see what the hell's up, because that's exactly how the gaming space got to be where it is. Hell, that's why we have these trash ass localizers and translators and, you know, things of the sort like that within not just the gaming space but the anime space as well. And, you know, it's just not great. And the one thing I say about all of this, really, when I say about the damage being done, is mainly to Japan, because obviously Japan has been suffering the most out of any of this, really, and they haven't fought back, which is annoying. So when it comes down to it, hopefully with this we can start trying to fix back up. Hey, Japan, do whatever you want to do, make the shit that you want to make and all that stuff without all this other weird stuff added to it. Do I think we're going to completely get that shit back? I don't think so. But if we get something of that back and people actually start being not so fragile over there and actually fight to bring their creative freedom to the forefront and things of the sort like that, so we can actually get good games and things of the sort like that, I'm happy for it. But a part of me does think that maybe it's already too late. Maybe we already screwed over Japan in the worst possible way already, and there probably is no way of fixing that shit. But only time will tell when it comes down to it. Honestly, all I want is just essentially my entertainment in the gaming space and things of the sort like that to be just completely done with DEI and stuff like that, because again, I'm pretty certain all of us had enough of this shit, like for sure, right? And I know a lot of celebrities are like freaking the hell out right now with everything that's going on, but to be honest, if, you know, to be honest, really looking at the whole thing for the last 5 years, really looking at it, like you had studios and other types of places losing money trying to go in hard on this DI stuff, and at the end of the day, it's not really worked out for you. People has been losing their jobs. People has been obviously failing these projects, different movies and games and stuff like that, and you getting mad at the fact that, oh, people actually realize that this may not be what should be the case, and we want something what used to be. It's a bit weird. I'm not necessarily gonna lie. It's really a bit weird, right? Just make the shit people want to see. Just do that shit, and then you would literally have successful businesses. You would literally have successful games. Like, all you have to do is bring back. Honestly, I saw Marvelous like not too long ago talking about like, damn, Marvelous ourselves, we're not doing so hot. Marvelous, bring back Senran Kagura. Let us see the ninja tits. If you brought that back for 5 seconds, I promise you, everything will be fixed. I promise you that. Everything will be fixed. Everything will be fine. Drop a hot ass Yagyu statue and figurine, or drop a Haikage figurine or something. Like, you have Senran Kagura. Use that shit, man. Like, it's Team Ninja even. Bring back Dead or Alive. Use that shit. You say you have it in, like, you know, some ideas in the background for like what you would want to do with it. Bring it back. This is the time to bring this shit back to the forefront. People still give a shit about big titty women who are fine as hell and can fight. Bring that shit back. I promise you, you'll make sales. You'll make good ass sales as long as you don't make dumbass decisions. I promise you. Soul Calibur, if someone can champion it, bring that shit back too. I think this is the perfect time to bring it back. With all the fighting games coming back, might as well bring them shits back too. So again, this is the perfect time. If anytime we're really going to get rid of a lot of this DEI stuff, this is the perfect time to bring all this stuff back and actually return animation and games and entertainment into what we should have had it in the first damn place, that really should never have left at all, right? You know, and it's clear that there is an audience for it. If you got people playing Stellar Blade and enjoying the hell out of Big Booty Eve, and people still enjoying, you know, 2B after all this time and all these years, and people still enjoying other parts of fiction where you do have the raunchier stuff or the cool stuff or the better stories and storytelling and fine characters and things of the sort like that. If you have people still care about that in this day and age, then all hope is not lost. Bring it back, everybody will be happy, and ain't nobody gonna be complaining about shit. We don't need another Assassin's Creed or anything with the whole change up of why we're doing this and all that type of stuff. We don't need, you know, a Dustborn. We don't need all that type of stuff. We just want games to be good again. We just want our anime to be less shitty when it comes to localization. We want better, also better anime as well, that isn't super focused on, like, you know, things the sort of like modern concerns, which you can have those shows, but really, again, we know, I kind of understand what that's coming down to. Like, maybe not a lot of people understand that or haven't seen it yet, but there is some shows that has identity politics that's definitely in it, that is trying to do that, and more so, definitely stop bringing Western IPs over to Japan, making an anime, and then trying to shit on it, like, or do stuff like that, like all that shit. Just make your own shit, be original, and then just make good ass entertainment for people to enjoy. That's all you gotta do. That is literally all you gotta do. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification else, also on the socials. And if that, whoa, what was that? And if you'd like to donate to the channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's Budget, sign off. Have a stay.